Hey third graders, the book that I chose today is Where the Wild Things Are, and the story and the pictures are by Maurice Sendak. One of my favorites because it talks about two different things. First of all, how kids can be wild things. You guys are our little wild things in third grade and we love it. We wouldn't change anything about it. And then the next one is how Max, the little boy in this story, uses his imagination. I just love that part of this book. So, go ahead and take a seat, sit back, put your feet up, grab something to drink, and listen to the story, Where the Wild Things Are. Where the Wild Things Are. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another, his mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to bed without eating anything. Look at that face. That Wild Thing's not happy. That very night, in Max's room, a forest grew. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through night and day, and in and out of weeks and almost over a year to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with a magic trick of staring into their yellow eyes without blinking once. And they were frightened, and they called him the most wild thing of all. And made him king of all wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the wild rumpus start." This is what makes me think of you third graders. Dancing around. Playing at recess, causing a rumpus. Crazy, crazy third graders. "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all the wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around from far away across the world he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No." The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day. And into the night of his very own room, where he found his supper waiting for him. And it was still hot. Miss you guys. I'll see you next year.